How's it going, everyone? ND Sean 45 coming at you. First off, a merry belated Christmas to all of you. I hope Christmas was great for you guys. Hope you got the chance to spend some quality time with your families, eat well. Hope that you got some good gifts and all that good stuff. I know I did. But yeah, guys, I had actually wanted to get on here a few times in the past month, but there just has not been enough hours in the day, I tell you that much. Christmas is usually a very busy time for me anyway, but this last month in particular has just been so crazy. A whole lot of things going on. And also just recently I was actually a little bit sick through Christmas, so that didn't help either. But the reason for this video, I had someone request me to give my thoughts and opinions on the recent 30 for 30 that came out. The Catholics versus Convicts, Notre Dame, Miami, 1988. Well, getting right into it, I thought the documentary was well put together. I really enjoyed watching it. There were a lot of things I knew already and a lot of things that I didn't know. Now, starting small, I did not know that that Lou Holtz and Jimmy Johnson were at one time on the same coaching staff. I really did not know that. If I should have, then I apologize, but I really did not know that. Just a lot of interesting things about the Catholics versus Convicts t-shirt. You know, that Pat Walsh and how much money he was making. I mean, holy cow. I mean, the fact that he actually had a priest put that briefcase of money in his safe and telling him that it was only $1,000 when in reality it was 36 grand. Just wow. Unbelievable. But, you know, I thought it offered a lot of great insight to that game and just how big it actually was. You know, especially Pat Terrell in particular. Lou Holtz telling Tony Rice, I don't care if Pat Terrell is wide open, so wide open that you can just walk up and hand the ball to him. Take the sack. I died laughing from that one. That was funny. But of course, it all turned out well for Pat Terrell in the end. But a lot of it not really so surprising. I mean, those of us Irish fans, we know how heated that rivalry was and how big that game was, so that all explains itself. But one thing I gotta say is I was just as surprised as Lou Holtz was. You know, when they're talking about that, the whole situation with Cleveland Gary and the Phantom Fumble. And I didn't notice this either right away until I saw this documentary. But you know, in that first 30 for 30, the part one about the University of Miami and all that, you know, they're constantly complaining about that Phantom Fumble. We should have won the game. Blah 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 blah. Well, now with the Andre Brown Phantom touchdown, the drop pass that never should have been ruled a touchdown, safe to say the referee gave it back to him. So they can stop complaining about that, okay? But just, you know, a few things that I thought were such full of crap. You know, the part where Steve Walsh and I forget who the other guy was talking about it, but they were talking about how it was so unfair that the t-shirt was called Catholics versus Convicts, and how, which if I was the Miami football team, I'd feel disrespected at that too. But to listen to Steve Walsh and you know, a few of the other Miami players talk about oh, we had Catholics on our team, and the one guy saying, oh, I turned down an offer from the Ivy League. It's cut that crap right there, okay? The University of Miami got that reputation for a reason. So don't try to play all innocent, like, oh, you guys are a bunch of choir boys. No, you weren't. And then I found it funny later on when they mentioned, oh, well, as of recently, Notre Dame's had more players arrested in the last 10 years or whatever. Okay, again, don't try to play innocent and, you know, pawing us off as the bad guys. Let's not forget the Ponzi scheme, okay? And that was just 5 years ago. So, just aside from crap like that, it was really a well put together documentary. And one thing I gotta say is this: that Pat Walsh, who created the t-shirt and was making the money off of it. You know, I feel bad for the guy that he missed out on his dream of playing for Digger Phelps and the Notre Dame basketball team. And, you know, it sucked that he worked so hard to make the team as a walk-on, and then he lost it because of the issue with the t-shirts and all that and the money he was making. I gotta be honest with you guys, as much as I feel bad that he lost out on his dream, I don't feel bad for him because, yeah, he got kicked off the team, but it's not like he got kicked out of school or faced jail time or anything like that. He still got to graduate. He still is very successful in his life today. He got to pay off his debts. And if the biggest tragedy in his life is not making the list in the Joy Center where all the athletic letter winners are, then you got it pretty well. So I don't feel bad for him in that aspect. So, but overall, people, I thought it was a well put together documentary. I really enjoyed it. Got to learn about some different things that I didn't know. A lot of it I did know, being a fan and, you know, knowing of that rivalry and just how big it was. So, gets an A+ in my book. So with that said, guys, that's all I have for you in this video. This is NDSean45 signing off. Again, a very belated Merry Christmas to all of you. God bless, and as always, go Irish!